everyone on this fine day. Yes, I'm wearing a jumper because it's like in the 10s. Wow, about 19 degrees. Cold out here, very cold. Used to 30, 40 degree heat, Chile. Okay, so today I'm going to be answering the big question I am getting, and that is how to find work in Australia. And first I'm going to kind of bash out some misconceptions about finding work in Australia. One, a lot of people expect to get a job straight away. This is not the case, okay? Some people may be lucky enough to just land themselves in a job as soon as they land, but seriously, it is few and far between. And why would you want to get a full-time job as soon as you arrive? When you arrive, go and have fun, travel around a bit, find your feet and find a place that you want to get a job, not just the first place you land in. A lot of people stress because they ignore the government's website when they suggest $5,000 to $6,000 being sufficient. It is sufficient and it'll keep you going until you find a job. Also, do not believe companies who say they can guarantee you work because they cannot. So many traveller friends of mine have been scammed by this, and you have to put upfront fees for this kind of thing. You should never have to pay for a job. End of. You never have to your whole life, so why do it now? Lots of companies will take advantage of backpackers, especially first-time travellers who do not believe that they'll be able to get a job without this company's help, and it's a load of crap. What I would also give you advice about is do not expect to find work in big cities easily, because like Sydney is like the most popular backpacker destination in Australia, and competition is bloody high there. I'm not saying it's impossible to get a job in Sydney. I know lots of travellers who worked in Sydney, but it is so difficult compared to other places. Another piece of advice I'd give is to be prepared to move for work. As you all probably know, I would have spent, by the time I finished here, about 5 months working in the outback. Because there are so many jobs I hear working in country pubs, restaurants, on a farm, on a property, like I am now, and the money isn't great, but they're going to give you lots of hours, plus bed and board is normally always included. So you can have a 2-3 month stint in the outback, save yourself a few $1,000s, and then go back to civilization and carry on traveling. It is a great way to save money. But of course, lots of backpackers want to stay in a city and work in a city and fund their way through cities. So if you want to do that, just be prepared to not have a job straight away. And it's hard to find a decent job. Another one is expect to take weird and crappy jobs. Because every backpacker dreams of that. It's like a steady income, full-time work, because they're so stressed out about not having money. But there's going to be times where you're not going to be able to get a full-time job. So you'll be you'll be sexing. I did not recommend that you prostitute yourself in Australia. Put that on the record. I can't remember what I was saying. So expect to take some weird and wonderful jobs when they arrive, whether it be an extra in a movie, or like I did once, I cooked and sold sausages on the side of the street for a few extra bucks to pay my accommodation and buy my stupid amount of red wine and noodles. But my god, it was weird and wonderful, and I hated it sometimes, but where else can I say I did a job like that, really? Before you also even start looking for work, write yourself a good resume. Have a few resumes, not just one. Don't put all of your past job experience onto one CV, because if you're going to go and apply for a bar job, they will not care that you have worked in an office back in England or back in Germany. They'll want to know what hospitality work you've got. So make your resumes relevant to the job you're going to apply for. So I have one for hospitality, I have one for admin and office work, and I have a general one with the rest of my experience. I'm not going to tell you to lie on your resume, because I've never done that myself, ever. Never got a job through lying. Lying is bad. Do not lie. Lying is counterproductive in life. Didn't tell you to lie. Okay, so where you can look for work. The biggest website that backpackers love and hate is Gumtree. Gumtree is just where everything is posted. It's like Craigslist if you're from America. It's like everything is posted on there. And the link to that is in the down bar below. But be careful, because if you use keywords such as backpacker or traveler, then you're gonna be hit with a ton of scams about how you can make big bucks and travel while you work. But these jobs are normally for fundraising, telesales, door-to-door sales, and I've done all of them jobs, and they're horrible, and you end up leaving after a week because you can't hit the quota, and it's so stressful. So just be careful when you're using keywords like that, what companies are trying to offer you. But a good thing that I did is put an ad on Gumtree yourself. Don't just sit there for hours searching through and pulling your hair and nails out. Put your own ad up. Now, I have wrote a blog on this, and the link to that article is in the down bar below, where I actually show you a copy of my advertisement on Gumtree and how I got my work in the Outback. They actually do work. I always saw them and thought, my God, do these actually work? Like English backpacker looking for work. It's like, do employees actually look at them? Yes, they do. They actually do. I got like so many responses within the first 24 hours, and then I had to windle them through and pick the job I wanted. I mean, come on. Pretty cool. Works better for rural work than it does for work in a city, but if you need to get your farm work done, then put an ad up. Guaranteed to get responses. And also be prepared for the weird and wonderful responses. I mean, look at you. Of course this 75-year-old man wants you to be a naked housemaid. And that is your choice whether you accept it. Just saying, be prepared for some weird responses to job advertisements. Also, your hostel can help you find work. Because the majority of backpackers are on working holiday visa, then your hostel might have a job board in reception. They might have a job club where you put in your details, and then if they get local businesses call up the hostel, which they do regularly, asking for someone for a couple of days casual work, then they'll look through their job club list, give them your name. Or they will wander around the hostel in the middle of the day and say, do you need some work? Do you need some work? Doesn't happen like all the time, but it can. So always check with your hostel. Talking of hostels, you can work in your hostel. And I know so many people who have worked in hostels I've stayed in, and they get free accommodation. Now, if you work full-time in a hostel, generally they'll give you accommodation in the hostel for free and a small wage. If you work part-time, might just get accommodation. It's not a great pay. You can have a lot of fun doing it. Long term, a lot of people end up not liking it. But if you're really stuck and you're still searching and the hostel say, look, do you want to be a receptionist or a cleaner? Then great, take it, because you know, while you're still looking for other jobs, you'll get your accommodation paid for and maybe a bit of extra pocket money. This is such an old saying, but it is all about who you know. The way I got my job in a massive city pub in Brisbane was I overheard some of the girls at the hostel say that this place was looking for someone to come on because a couple of backpackers there were leaving. So literally I was up, went downstairs to the internet cafe, printed off my resume, and I was out. And when you get there, sell yourself. You hear about a job advertisement, you get there immediately and you say, I heard you're looking for someone. Even if they, even if you haven't, but you think that they might be looking for someone, sell yourself. Don't ever just ask for the manager and hand over your CV. Because when I've worked in bars and we get people come in and just pass their CV over, it's not very impressive. Sell yourself. Almost demand a trial, but in a very polite way. Don't be rude now. No one likes it when you're rude, all right? You're not gonna get a job being rude, okay? Also, when you're in and about town, check out for job advertisements in windows, because a lot of places still use that, like part-time staff required. So if you see that, have a couple of resumes in your bag, just on the go, and go in, sell yourself, and hand over your CV. CV, resume, okay, they're both the same thing if anyone's wondering, but I keep switching. I don't know, I say CV, I'm from England, but everyone else says resume. It's so confusing. And finally, another one I'd recommend is to sign up to an agency, especially if you have a trade, like you're an electrician or a plumber, or you work in construction, or you're a nurse, a fully qualified carer, anything like that. Then sign up to a local agency. They can get you some temporary work, and a lot of the time, if you impress, that temporary work could lead into full-time work. Happy days, more wine. Got a problem, I need to stop drinking some wine. Or maybe I need to start drinking more wine. That one seems like the one I'll go for. So I hope that helped. Those are some of the really popular ways to find work out here. I've put some other links to some backpacker job board websites down below, but my blog explains everything in detail and also shows you some hilarious pictures of me cooking and selling sausages in a supermarket. Fun days. happy times. So yeah, good luck, do not stress, seriously, we're all out here. Think of the amount of backpackers who come out to Australia, and you might have times where you go without a job and you're living off like 1 pack of noodles a day for like a few weeks, but you will find work then. It comes and goes, you won't just land a job whenever you want one, and it might not be the perfect job, but everything's an experience out here, so just go for it and enjoy it. Ow, it hit my hand. Bye. Oh yeah, love you.